there's anything that's common knowledge to most people about hockey and goaltending, it's that everybody's hips are f***ed. On that topic, my hips are no different, and my hips are pretty bad, actually. I've needed hip surgery for about 3 years now, according to the doctor I've been going to, which is the place I just showed the little time lapse. He quit recently, so I'm going to see a new doctor today. I figured this would be a really good opportunity to give some insight from a professional about hip impingements and labrum tears and hip surgery, because it seems to be a really common trend in goaltending nowadays. A lot of guys are actually opting for that hip surgery. I asked him if I could film some of our conversation today for our appointment. This is what he had to say about it.
Absolutely fucking not.
I'm actually not kidding you. His assistant called me on the phone, and those were her exact words that he said. I'm going to report back to you after this with a little bit of intel from our conversation. I have what they call cam hip, so got the impingement. It looks, I guess, something like this. I'll find a picture to put on the screen. Nothing that you can really do outside of stretching, foam rolling, rolling on lacrosse balls, yoga, just stuff to kind of loosen things up. It's popular in gold, well, I don't know if popular is the word, but it happens very frequently in goaltenders. Apparently the only way to fix this is with hip surgery. Arthroscopic cam or whatever they call it, like in my hip, then shaving some bone and stitching her back up and then calling her a day, and then you're on the couch for a couple months. 4 to 6, I think. Don't quote me on it, but that's the prognosis there. Due to popular request, today's video is going to have a Sideline Swap ad in the middle of the video. Now, there's a lot of people asking, I don't know why, but we're going to do it. SidelineSwap.com is awesome. Here I have a prepaid shipping label because I don't pay for shipping as somebody who sold stuff. The post office, that place right there, I literally walk in, drop it off, leave, and I got some cold hard cash coming in about 2 weeks when my stuff gets delivered. Sideline Swap is the easiest, most convenient place to buy and sell pro return new used sport equipment. You've heard this before because it is true. Back to the video. I want to do a segment showing you some of the stretches and other activities that I've done that have really enabled me to stay on the ice and in the gym as much as I possibly can and stay out of the physiotherapy room and staying healthy. I found that with this hip impingement, it's always been 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It has gotten worse in the 3 years since I guess, I don't even know if I want to say been diagnosed with it because it isn't really a disease, but since I found out that this is the way my hips are constructed and this is kind of what I'm fighting against. I shot this whole thing the other day and it turned out pretty good, but all my files ended up getting corrupted. We're going to shoot that again right now. This is a couple days later. Stretch number 1. Hip flexor stretch. Works a lot in here. Considering most of the area being affected is in here, stretching in here works fantastic. Stretch number 2, quad stretch. Similar to the hip flexor stretch, except we're getting the foot up, working more of the quad. Hamstring stretch. You probably know what this does. Calf stretch. Working the calves. This one also helps a lot with mobility in the ankles and knees, especially when you're going down in your butterfly or your RVH. Hip stretch number 2, the eagle. At least that's what I think it's called. Basically putting your leg out like this and leaning over top of it. Hopefully you can see that. Another hip stretch because they're just fantastic for you. Give your leg a hug. In a sense, it's already injured, so give it some love. Tell it you love it. That's the whole reason why you're doing this, right? Deep breathing is also key too. Helps release all the muscles. You've probably seen this one before, the frog or the goalie stretch. You do it feet together or kick them out. This is 100% groin right here. And actually, to be honest, a little bit of hips too. And ass. Actually, it's a whole lot of muscles, now that I think about it. Seen this one before? Groin stretch. Bother to just stay like this for a couple minutes. Muscles and everything would lock up and it would actually hurt me more than it would help me. Foam roller, lacrosse ball, or baseball. All work great. Help release the muscle. Can do your hips. Do your quads. Can do your ass. Do the calves too while you're at it. This one works better with a lacrosse ball or a baseball, but rolling inside your foot makes a big difference with your hamstrings and calves, I have found personally. Keep in mind a couple things. I'm not a physician, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physiotherapist, I am nobody of professional certification. I am a hockey goalie who has found through first-hand experience, this is what works. This is one noodle of the 1,000 in the spaghetti pot. Keep that in mind. Now, speaking of broken, physically broken, like my hips, my beats have broken lately. I don't know if you can see this on the camera. That crack in there. Apple warranted my headphones, which is nice. I use them quite a bit for working out and at the rink. So it was like $270 if they weren't in the warranty for replacement. I love the car wash. So fast forward here a couple days, Apple got me out some brand new Beats. Thank you, Apple, that's awesome. This vlog is over in 3, 2, 1.